Hi, O-Doers! My name is Angel, and for today, we're going to learn about online quotations. So, for businesses that are quite booming, it is highly likely that they are dealing with a bunch of quotations, sales orders, and invoices all of the time, and if they had to take care of those tasks by hand, it would be very frustrating and extremely time consuming. That's why we can use all those online quotations to create a quote, send it, and we have our customers sign and pay for it before they even receive an invoice. We can also suggest additional products to customers with these online quotations. Now, how does that work? Well, think about it this way. Let's say that we sell one of our popular desks to a customer. Now, since they bought a desk, I may suggest a chair or perhaps a lamp to that same customer as an additional purchase to go with the new desk. These optional products appear on the online quotation itself, then with a single click, the customer can add those products to their quote and pay for everything all at once, and it's just that simple. There isn't even a need to talk about the customer or to the customer to upsell these products. Implementing optional products like this provides more revenue opportunities while increasing the visibility of other items. It's actually a real win-win situation. In addition, we can use pre-designed quotation templates that have optional products already built in, which saves our sales team a ton of effort. So, how about we dive headfirst into our database and see how online quotations work with Odoo? Let's kick things off here on the settings page of the sales application, which inside of the sales app can access from configuration, settings, and then we're going to scroll down over here to quotations and orders because we have a few things to activate. Before we get too deep in the weeds here, we'll need to make sure that we have these settings activated, specifically the online signature, online payment, and quotation templates. Now, thankfully, we already have this locked and loaded, but if you still need to enable them, go ahead and do so and don't forget to click Save. Moreover, something else that you should be aware of is that you'll need the website application installed in order to use the quotation builder setting, but don't worry if you don't have that app yet. Odoo will automatically install it for you after you activate that setting. So let's now create the quotation template from scratch to get to the proper page. To do that, we could go to the configuration, then quotation templates right here, or because I'll give you an angel tip, we can just click over here on quotation templates. Both will take you to the same page, which as you can see here has a couple of our templates already done. Now to create the new one, we just have to select new up here and there are various options. Firstly, we'll name this template and in our case, something easy to remember. So we'll just type in conference room table. Secondly, we have the option to select the amount of days the quotation expires. So for this example, I'm going to leave it 0 days. Thirdly, we have the online confirmation over here as an option. I want the boxes for both and in this case, signature and payment. That way, my customers can confirm the quotation online with an electronic signature and they can also pay for it online as well. Then we have the confirmation email option right here, and then we can designate a templated email to be sent to the customer upon confirmation of the quotation. But if we leave it empty, nothing will be sent, so we're just gonna leave that empty. Now, lastly, if a journal is set in the invoicing journal field, all sales orders with this template will invoice in that specified journal. If no journal is set in this field, the sales journal with the lowest sequence is used. Now let's direct our attention to the tabs down here. Starting with the Lines tab, we'll click on Add a Product, which is a large meeting table. And as you'll notice, we can even adjust a few things such as the quantities. We can change stuff such as the units of measure if necessary. But for our template, we're going to leave it as one large meeting table. So let's jump into the optional products tab, which is what we've been talking about. I also want to suggest to them additional items that my customers who purchase our large meeting table and they might need this, so this is where we would do that. So to add some, we'll just click add a line, and what goes well with a large meeting table. So in our case, it would be chairs. So you're gonna do um, office chair and then office chair black, giving them the illusion of options. So remember that while you can technically add as many optional products as you want, you should be careful not to add too many as that could overwhelm your customers. So try to only offer a few select items that would pair perfectly with their initial purchase. Okay, so now that we have all of our quotation template configs ready to go, we now have the option to design the look and feel of the template. However, this quotation template is ready to use as is and will make for a very simple professional quotation. But that said, what if we want to go extra, a step further, and customize the design? We can totally do that by creating a sales order first. We're going to navigate over to the sales dashboard, new, select a customer, and then at this point, we will direct our attention to the quotation template field, and you'll notice we could select our conference room table right there, and everything actually auto-populates, so I didn't need to do that. And if we dock into the optional products, they've been added right there waiting for us as well. So to actually edit our template, we click preview and voila! We can now start designing our template. So through the website application, we'll be able to thoroughly design the look and style of our quotation template using the same drag and drop building blocks that you'd find when designing a website. So to get started, select the edit button and give it a second to load its magic. Now we can change stuff by dragging it in, and in our case, using the sidebar full of a lot of customizations, let's go with a little bit of a basic design job here. I'm going to cover the basics so that you can get a feel for how the process works, so we won't go too full into it. Now, first let's add a cover block over here. I'm gonna change this. We're going to say uh meet your new desk and give it a little bit of a catchy thing like, for example, buy our stuff now. Now, isn't it beautiful? The other thing that we want to do is to replace this image over here. We can search for one that looks pretty good. So this could be enough. And that's pretty much the gist of it. As you saw very quickly, I was able to change things here and add my own little cover right there. And that's how everything looks. So once that you're done, you hit save up here. Feel free to have fun with the template design when you get to this point, because it's actually a blast to work with, and as you saw, you didn't actually need to know any coding at all, which makes it really convenient. Since everything looks good here, let's go ahead and click back to edit mode. Then send by email, and we'll give that a second right there while it loads a lot of that stuff. Now we're going to send our quotation template, so let's hit send. And once that's all done, you can take a quick look again to see when they open it up, which we can do so by clicking on the Customer Preview Smart button again. It takes us to the same exact quotation template that we just designed, and if you take a scroll, that is our two optional products ready to go along. Now, let's say that the customer wants to add one of those lovely office chairs to their quotation before confirming everything. All they have to do is select the cart icon and boom! Added instantly, updated inside of the pricing section and everything. So they could even adjust the quantity if they want down here. And now let's say that the customer is ready to complete this order. All they have to do is just click sign in pay, and they can either use an automated version of an online signature, draw one of their own, or upload one, and then they'll just basically click accept and sign, which is right here. Once they do that, there is another pop-up that occurs, and that is basically telling them It's time to select your own payment method and then they can select pay and that's it. They're done. If we click outside of here and we go back to the edit mode to return to the sales order and check over here to the right, you'll notice that there are two options: the message letting us know that we're just waiting on that payment, as well as the fact that they have already signed, and PDF to check out. If we had to set up one of the other many payment methods that Udo provides, that payment would have already been automatically processed, but either way, it's good to know that you can find all the information you need over here on the right side in our chatter, and there you have it, Odoers. You just saw how easily it is to utilize and customize online quotations with Udo Sales to save your company a valuable time while generating a ton of revenue. And not only that, it also enhances and simplifies the overall shopping experience for your customers. Like I said before, it's always a win win situation. So that's it for today's tutorial. Have a great day. Bye!